Shalom and welcome back to Flipping Pages, Stirring Sauces. If it is your first time, welcome. My gratitude to those of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. Well, 3 years ago, I stated that Babylon would implode and that Africa was rising. And Africa is indeed rising, and Babylon is imploding, because the Creator's words will not return to him, her, void. Burkina Faso, they've made the first self-charging electric vehicle. And there's another young man who a few years ago had made the first electric car in Africa. And of course, he was invited to Babylon regarding patents. Babylon is giving this young man a very hard time about patents, because you see, it's the intention of Babylon to steal his knowledge and his work. And what happened while he was in Babylon? Babylon tried to deep six him. They succeeded in deep sixing his business partner, but he survived. And I want to say to my African brothers and sisters, Africa is a sovereign continent. You can start your own patent records and register your own patents in Africa. You don't need Babylon to register your patent. You can do that yourself. And Burkina Faso is now feeding their neighbors in Africa. Bravo. Well done. I, for one, am very proud of what is taking place. And when the man who is supposed to be the most powerful man on earth is sidelined, sitting in a chair like the naughty little boy put in a corner, and someone else who was not elected by the people, for the people, is giving a press conference from the most powerful office on earth, you know Babylon is imploding. I have covered 2nd Esdras chapter 15 several times, and I think it is time to cover 2nd Esdras chapter 15 one more time, because we are living 2nd Esdras chapter 15 as we speak. And so I'm going to read a little bit from 2nd Esdras chapter 15. I don't know if I will read the entire thing or a part of it, but let me see, I'm 4 minutes in. All right, I will read 2nd Esdras chapter 15. I, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Awah shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein! For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedation among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the curse of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to receive me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and has consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him, her. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons and Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Caramanians rising in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power, to persecute them, then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread, and strife among the kings. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly, and dung of men unto the camel's hoe. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west. And strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall upon it, and the cloud, which she raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear towards the east, and the west wind shall be destroyed. The great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out every high and eminent place, and horrible star. Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers, with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows, and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, and make her afraid. Let me say that again. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, and make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. Those who took into captivity will be taken into captivity, and they will serve those whom they are taken into captivity. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the people of and thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore say it. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise, and the scent over thee. The heat shall arise that is set over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. What is happening to Babylon right now? Babylon's friends turning against Babylon, correct? Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, saith the Lord? If thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead, when thou was drunken. Set forth the beauty of my countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall Yahweh, do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Thou as unhappy shalt come through the sea, and receive plagues again. And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of the land, and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. Babylon most definitely will be destroyed. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee, and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, all thy woods, and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and look, what thou hast, they shall spoil it, and mar the beauty of thy face. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to say. Our friend to the south. When all the uneducated, ignorant, melanated people were in control of air traffic control, we didn't hear about many aviation incidents. But since our friend to the south has become president of Babylon, there have been, 6 now? Aviation incidents, because the educated people with the big brains, the smart people, are in control. Let the smart people stay in control. The Creator's words will not return to him, her, void. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, I give you my peace. I give you my ahab. Shalom.